Hey there. Today, let us talk about systems. Building a system that will help you to become more productive and to become more successful. You see, James Clear stated in his book, a must-read book, Atomic Habits, we do not rise to the level of our goals, but we fall to the level of our systems. So what are systems and what is the difference between a system and a goal? A goal is the outcome, what you want to see. For example, you want to start a business, or you want your business to get to $1 million in revenue, or you want to write a book. It could be any outcome that you want. That is a goal. A system is the daily habits or the habits that are in place, the things that you're put in place for you to be able to get to where you need to be or to see the outcome that you want to have. And I've learned that all successful people, they have systems. Even you, if you look at the things that you have been successful at or you are successful in today, you will discover that they are systems. Maybe you are aware of them or maybe you are not aware of them. They are systems. So systems are important in helping us to get to the level that we need to go. You see, for example, for me, I wrote 2 books, and in both books I had systems. Whether they were the same or slightly different, there must have been a system that will enable me to write my first book and my second book. Going through school, attaining a PhD, is not something that I just did accidentally. There was a system. And today I want to share with you 2 important things that must be in place in any good system. And then next time I'm going to share with you 3 more things that need to be in a system. So today is part 1. So we're going to talk about number 1. Let's talk about the first thing that needs to be in place for you to have a good system. Number 1 is to have clear direction. I want you to think about, for example, if you see or have about a ship in the harbor and somebody told you, they told you, look, you have the ship here, you can leave the harbor and you want to go wherever you want to go. You start the ship, don't touch any navigation system. What will happen, you will not leave the harbor. And if you accidentally leave the harbor, most likely you'll crash somewhere in some foreign beach because you don't have a direction. So it's very important. The same way a ship requires a direction or navigation, you have to have a direction that you need to go, that you need to, that the goals that you need to achieve, they must be in place. But remember, goals are important, but not as important as systems. That's what I'm talking about. The first thing is to have a sense of direction. Without clear goals or direction, then you'll find that you'll be wasting a lot of time and you'll not be able to hit your target at the time that you require. So how do you know? How do you set clear goals? How do you set clear direction? I believe there's a couple of things. Number 1, we have to know what is important in our life. What is important in your life? You see, I find it interesting that most people go through life without really knowing what is really important to them. And if they know, they're not pursuing it. It's easier for us to sometimes fulfill other people's goals or agendas, whatever is important to them. You see, if you are employed, your boss has a bottom line that they have set, and now they have employed you to come on board to get to that goal. That is good because you're going to get an income. But however, in your personal life, you have to know what is important. And to know what is important, you have to know what is your purpose and what is your mission. What are you called to do and what are you called to achieve? B, you have to write down your vision. Writing down your vision is such a critical step that will help you become clear on the vision that you want to have in your life or the future that you envision. Writing down your vision makes it clear to you and to anybody who is going to be surrounding you or going to be working with you. When you write your vision, this is how I like you to think about. If you have a vision in your head, you have this idea of where you want to be in life. I always believe that as a scientist, very few neurons are involved. Very small percentage of your brain is involved when your vision is in your head. But the moment you take a piece of paper or a notebook and start writing down your vision, what is happening, your brain is becoming more activated. You're activating your sight, you're activating your critical thinking, you're activating your imagination, you're activating your muscles. So when you write down your vision, you're basically involving more percentage of your brain. I hope that is clear because it's important for us to do that. And when you have a clear vision, when now you've written down your vision and it's clear, you will have hope. you'll have hope, and fear will not overcome you. In fact, you'll be a person who's going to be operating as a person who has overcome fear. C, or the third thing that you need to do to have a clear goal and direction. You have to connect and let the key destiny connectors in your life, let them be aware of where the direction that you are taking. Now, it's important, of course, your vision is yours personally, but if you have a mentor, if you have a person who can take the accountability, can be your accountability partner, it's important for you to tell them, okay, this is the vision that I have. Why? Because they're going to be an accountability partner. They're going to encourage you. Also, pick people who are going to encourage you. And then the fourth one, consistently work on your goals. This is important. Now, I want to share with you something that I learned a few years ago that really helped me. In his book, Stephen R. Covey, he shares a matrix here that it's on your screen right now. And if you see on the top left side, you'll see he has written urgent. And then on the right top, he has written not urgent. On the top left, on the side, he has written important. And the bottom on the left is written not important. And that's how you need to classify your tasks. And this was helpful for me at one time when I was involved in an organization where I found that I was taking a lot of time and it was affecting my other personal goals. And I used this matrix to help me to be able to classify my tasks into 4 quadrants. The first one, on the top left, you'll see these are the things that you need to do first. These things are important and urgent. On the right, on the top, you'll see those are important things and not urgent. And these are the things that you need to put in your schedule. And then on the bottom quadrant on the left, you'll see this is matching with not important and they're urgent. They're not important, but they're urgent. These are the things that you delegate. Let other people do because they're important, but they're not, they're urgent, but they're not important to you. And then last, on the bottom right side, you'll see not important and not urgent. These are the things that you need to delete from your to-do list. I hope this can help you because this is important. It will help you to consistently work on your goals. Consistently work on your goals. Number 2, now we're talking about the 2 important things that must be in place in a system. Number 2 is to have or develop easy routines or routines that you can be able to take them daily. The superpower to change your life is hidden in your daily routines. John Maxwell says you cannot change your life until or unless you change something that you do daily. Routines, I believe, are the basic or the foundation of any habit. So if you have a habit that you need to change or to reinforce, just look at your routines. So how do you develop and how do you create easy routines that will help you to become a successful person or productive person in anything that you do? Now for me, this I discovered when I was writing my books. And when I wrote both books that I wrote, and even the third one that I'm working on right now, you find that I first discovered what are the first important steps that I need to take. It doesn't matter if you are doing a business, if you are mentoring somebody, if you are leading people, there must be a first step. In writing, the first step is to sit down and to get my notepad or my computer and start writing. That's the first step. I cannot be worried about editing. I cannot be worried about publishing fees. I cannot worry all those things. Yeah, they're important, but they're not the first step. So for you to develop the routine in your life, you have to, first of all, find the first step. And what I've discovered is this. When you take the first step, it requires you to have courage and not worry about being perfect. You'll never be perfect the first time. Number 2, you take the first step. So you find the step and then take the first step. I know this sounds very simple, but this is why most people miss. They don't find the first step and they don't take the first step. Right? You take the first step every day. If you are writing every day, look for your first step. What am I doing tomorrow morning that I need to sit down and do? Because when you start doing the first step, you will create momentum that will take you to the second step, to the third step, and to so forth. See, it's very important for you to focus on the first step. Because once you get your first step going, momentum will build. And then 3 or C, repeat. Every day, repeat the first step. Every day, take the first step. Every day, identify in every activity, what is my first step? How can I take my first step? And then repeat. So today I'd like to share with you those two important points. Number one was to have clear direction and goals. And number two was to develop daily routine that will help you to actively work on your goals. So it's very important. Now, next we're going to talk about, and this in the next video, we're going to talk about checkpoints and expansion joins, plus my favorite, God factor. And I'd like you to look forward to that video. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so that you don't miss out. And also, when you subscribe, you're helping this content to get to more people. So you're basically helping me out by reaching more people. So thank you so much. And I hope you apply these things and they're going to be benefiting you to building a system that will help you become more creative, to become more successful, to become more productive, and to affect and to impact more people in your life. So thank you so much and have a good day.